Dive into My Hero Academia, final season, the part of the story where everyone's trauma evolves into its final Pokemon form. And yes, before you ask, this video is brought to you by exactly 0 sponsors and one dangerously unhealthy caffeine addiction. We open with Deku, the green-haired cry-powered hero who still acts like his school counselor left him on read, staring at the ruins of yet another city. At this point, Japan's property damage has more screen time than some side characters. Meanwhile, the heroes gather for a meeting. Aizawa walks and tries to pretend he didn't spiritually retire 5 seasons ago. Present MIC is loud enough to break windows in another province, and Endeavor looks like guilt grew a mustache and set itself on fire. Together they form the world's most dysfunctional PTA meeting. Cut to Tomura Shigaraki, part dust demon, part angry orphan, full-time walking disaster. His backstory is so tragic even the soundtrack wants to cry. He stands dramatically on a mountain of rubble like he's auditioning for the world's edgiest boy band. The League of Villains is behind him. Darby, a walking fire hazard with daddy issues hotter than his flames. Toga, a certified yander with more knives than emotional stability. And Spinner, a discount lizard boy just trying to keep up. They plan their next attack, which sounds less like strategy and more like a group project where everyone picks violence. Truly an inspiring tale of what happens when a support group goes horrifically wrong. Back at UA, Class 1A is training like their lives depend on it, because they absolutely do. Bakugo is out here exploding everything except his unresolved childhood trauma. Todoroki is balancing fire, ice, and parental disappointment with the grace of someone who has accepted chaos as a lifestyle. Mineta exists. Regrettably, we get a wholesome montage of teamwork and determination, immediately followed by the universe saying LOL no and slapping them with another existential crisis. Their teamwork improves right before everything goes to hell. Classic anime pacing. Then the villains strike. Explosions everywhere. Screaming everywhere. Building collapsing like they were built out of cardboard and budget cuts. Deku and Shigaraki clash in a scene so intense the animators probably needed therapy afterward. Deku upgrades from crybaby hero to crybaby demigod, channeling one for all past users like his browsing trauma-flavored Netflix. Shigaraki mutates into a nightmare with extra hands, extra muscles, and extra issues. He looks like the final boss of a horror RPG no sane person would play. Deku gets thrown through buildings. Shigaraki loses body parts and calls it Tuesday, and the stakes skyrocket beyond Endeavor's blood pressure. And that concludes another episode of Superpowers vs. OSHA violations. Just when the heroes think they've got a plan, All for One hits them with the plot twist of the century. Turns out he's been playing 4-dimensional chess while everyone else is still figuring out checkers. Hawks faces an impossible choice. Endeavor faces his family. Darby drops emotional nukes like he's going for the world record in psychological warfare. Tears are everywhere. Pain is everywhere. Emotional damage? Off the charts. And this isn't even the finale. In summary, everyone cries, everything hurts, and the writers refuse to let anyone be happy. Finally, we reach the ultimate showdown. Deku and Shigaraki collide in a storm of fists, screams, superpowers, and emotional baggage heavier than All Might's legacy. Deku delivers a speech that sounds like friendship got possessed by a demon, while Shigaraki laughs like Disper finally got good Wi-Fi. The world holds its... As the dust settles from that world-ending explosion of trauma and superpowers, we find Deku lying on the ground like a half-broken action figure someone stepped on at a convention. He's staring up at the sky, trying to figure out whether he just saved humanity or accidentally deleted half the city again. Meanwhile, the heroes scramble around him. Aizawa limps over like a man whose student debt physically manifested in his kneecaps. Bakugo shows up too, yelling like he wasn't just knocked unconscious 30 seconds ago, shouting about how he could have finished the fight faster if the universe didn't have a personal grudge against him. Todoroki tries cooling the area down, mostly because he's tired of sweating emotionally and physically at the same time. And Mineta still somehow exists, which proves once again that physics in this universe is optional. While the heroes regroup, we cut back to the villain's lair, or what's left of it, as Shigaraki's body slowly reforms like a cursed Play-Doh sculpture. He is cracked, shaking, barely holding together, but his eyes still glow with that "I'm not done ruining the world" energy. All for One speaks through him, voice echoing like someone possessed Google Translate and decided to become Satan. The League watches their leader twitch like a corrupted video file. Darby leans against a wall, calmly burning through it as usual. Toga sits on the floor trying to act cute while wiping blood like it's makeup. Spinner just stares at all of them like he's questioning his life decisions yet again. All for One promises them that the next phase is coming. Bigger, darker, and even more catastrophic. Classic villain talk. No step-by-step plan. Just vague, ominous threats. Anime antagonism at its finest. Back at UA, the students get a moment of peace, which in this show means trauma but indoors. Recovery girl patches him up while muttering insults under her breath because her job has become 90% fixing teenagers who refuse to stay alive responsibly. Kaminari tries making jokes to lighten the mood, but fries himself mid-sentence. Momo is trying to organize supplies like the responsible queen she is. Zero tapes broken furniture back together because someone has to. Meanwhile, Deku wakes up just long enough to cry about not being good enough before passing out again. Honestly, at this point he should start a punch card for emotional breakdowns. The teachers meet in private, discussing how the final battle is approaching faster than Midnight's patience did back in Season 3. Present MIC is pacing like a caffeine tornado. Aizawa acts calm, but looks like he aged 30 more years in 50 minutes. All Might stands outside the window, staring dramatically into the wind like he's in a soap opera. They all know the truth. The next attack won't be a fight, it will be a war. And they aren't sure the heroes can win. But of course, they won't tell the students that, because nothing motivates children like withholding catastrophic information. Night falls. The city lights flicker back on, revealing streets that look like someone ran a Godzilla speedrun challenge. Deku finally wakes up again, sitting up like a man resurrected purely through anxiety. He senses Shigaraki. That villainous Wi-Fi connection between them refuses to disconnect. He knows the next battle is coming. He knows it'll cost everything. And with that dramatic determination in his eyes, he stands up, ignoring the fact that half his bones are filing formal complaints. Meanwhile, in a distant ruin, Shigaraki rises too, covered in dust, scars, and whatever nightmares are made of. His laugh echoes through the darkness, slow, broken, but confident. He whispers Deku's name as if it's both a curse and a promise. The final confrontation is inevitable. Fate is loading the last chapter, and both of them are ready to tear the world apart to win. And so, as the screen metaphorically fades to black, we are left with a perfect setup for the final showdown. A hero barely holding himself together, a villain barely human anymore, and a world clinging to hope like a discount life raft. The storm is coming. The stage is set. And if history has taught us anything, it's that absolutely nothing will go according to plan.